I'd seen news about your injuries. Tell me, how's the ankle doing?
It's made a miraculous recovery. I thought for a while there, it was looking like 2 years. I was going to be out for a long time, and this is what I love. This is my baby, my precious right here. This is what I love, and just I don't know what was in the air, the atmosphere. I woke up this morning and I was just like, I'm good.
Great, glad to hear it. You are originally from Dallas or North Texas. Are you from Dallas proper? Or?
I'm actually from Garland.
Garland. Okay.
Garland, Texas. Yeah, born and raised.
Great. And what's it mean to you to you've been defending this championship for a long time. You've main evented pay-per-views here, and you're gonna have another title match coming up. What's that mean for you to be in such a big spot in your home area?
Coming home is magical. Everybody likes to be the star in their hometown. I am the star here. I know that sounds cliche, but it's really like, I don't know, I'm very excited, I'm elated, I'm buzzing with energy. I have the privilege of not going through TSA to go to a pay-per-view, so I'm immensely happy about that. But as sad as it sounds, because I have nothing better to say, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Texas. Being in North Texas and my old stomping ground in Arlington, like it's pretty awesome. It's where I won my championship. It's where I've had multiple defenses. To be in front of my hometown crowd where I used to wrestle on the independent scene. Mm-hmm. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. What was that like when you first started and you were coming up with the independents? What was that like in North Texas, I guess, compared to now?
I mean, man, that had to be 2006, 2007. I was fresh out of high school, very naive to the world and how it worked, thinking sunshine, puppies, kittens, and rainbows just came out of everywhere. It was difficult, I'm not going to lie to you. I remember being in Mesquite training with Skandar Akbar and wrestling in like a public storage building, and I was like, I'm living the dream, and trying to get on shows in North Texas, which was a rarity except for a show in Arlington called PCW. Then there was a show in Denton called XCW. For my first 2 years, I think I wrestled those two shows every other weekend, Friday, Saturday, doing that. And then I got the privilege to be traveling to Arkansas, started doing shows there. And it's a grind, man. A lot of the time when you're first starting out, people don't want to take a risk on you. So you have to force them to see you. And I remember just being like, just put me on the show. I'll do it for free for the first time. And they're like, oh my gosh, this little young kid. And I was playing college soccer at the time. And I was just lean out of my mind. And I'm just like, just take a chance on me. I won't disappoint. Just so eager to get into this chaotic business that we have. And I wouldn't change it for the world, but it was a grind. It really was.
And you're going to be going up against Queen Aminata at the pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about, what do you expect going into that match?
Oh, man. Queen Aminata, she is a beast of a performer. One, she's taller than me, which I absolutely hate. If I just had like a couple more inches, even without the heels on, I think I'd be okay. But man, she's a hard hitter. She's a hard striker. But she's immensely versatile. And I think she's as tough as I am, if I'm going to be completely honest. And without giving any spoilers or strategy or anything, it's going to be a hard-hitting fight. I think you're going to see a lot of intensity that you don't see from women normally, It's going to be a war. That's the best way to describe it.
You've seen a lot of success in Ring of Honor, and to me, it's been a much bigger run than maybe what a lot of people saw from you when you were in WWE. What do you think was the key to what's made you really come up in your time here?
I think knowledge. Experience. In WWE, I won the NXT Women's Championship. I won the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. So I've won championships, but I couldn't keep them for a long time. And I think just the attitude coming into Ring of Honor is at all costs. Like, once I got this championship, I wasn't going to let it go. Like, I call myself the forever ROH champion for a reason. Forever is forever. And I think what has really set me over the edge is I'm willing to do anything to keep my championship, whereas I was just so happy to be a part of NXT, so happy to be a part of it. No, I'm the star, I'm the main attraction, and no one is taking this away from me.
Got it. And I'm curious about your, you remain largely exclusive to Ring of Honor as opposed to AEW. I was wondering, is that sort of a function as your role as a strong veteran to help build up the brand, or is that sort of a creative decision to build anticipation for you eventually going to AEW proper?
I think it's a little bit of both. I know Tony Khan and we've talked multiple times about me doing stuff on AEW, but I think we both feel like I'm needed more on Ring of Honor. Like, I've been doing this for 18, 19 years at this point in time. Like, I've traveled around the world. I've wrestled some of the best women in the world, even some of the best men in the world. You know, I am not shy or afraid of taking the spotlight and taking my opponents to the next level. And it's crazy, it's fun, like, to be not only a part of Ring of Honor, but the face, the attraction, you know, and me being exclusive, you know, it's like, hey, if you want to see me, you got to watch Honor Club, you got to watch ROH, and it's a privilege to be the must-see talent there.
And I know you've called yourself in the past the American Joshi, and I believe that's been a dream of yours to wrestle in Japan.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you see any opportunity to do that in the near future. I know, you know, they got that Wrestle Dynasty show coming up that ROH will be involved in. Would you want to be part of something like that?
Oh, absolutely. Who wouldn't? You know, I've never gotten to wrestle in Japan, and the reason why I called myself the American Joshi is because on the independent scene, I became fascinated with the women that wrestle in Japan. How hard they hit, how technical they are, but just how tough they could be, and they pushed everyone to their limit. Like, I didn't see boundaries there when at the time here, like, we were in a box, you know, we were still trying to just tear down the cardboard and get out of it, but these women were flying free. And I just started modeling myself after those women and taking more risk. And that ultimately got me to WWE. It ultimately brought me to AEW, and it ultimately made me the forever ROH champion, you know? It's one of my dreams to go there. Tony knows it. I know it. I tell it every chance I get in case someone wants to come knocking on my door. But to be a part of that event as the forever ROH Women's Champion, it would just be a dream come true.
Is there any one or two names that stick out from Joshi wrestling that you haven't got a chance yet that you would like to wrestle in Japan?
Oh my gosh, too many.
Yeah.
Too many. I think Aja Kong is still doing stuff here and there. Bull Nakano has said that she wants to do some stuff still. Those are just legendary figures, but there's a woman by the name of Mayu Iwatani that I am just in love with. There's a woman named Thekla that I'm just like obsessed with. I mean, to name two or three is, I think, limiting how great those women are in Japan. Like, there's a few women from Tokyo Joshi Pro. I think I saw this woman. I forget her name, so please, you know, excuse me with that. She like giant swung like 3 girls at once, and I was just like, how are you doing this? But like that just goes to show you, even though I can't remember her name, I remember what she can do. And like I said, it's a dream to go over there. I would love to go for Tokyo Joshi Pro or Stardom. You know, the forbidden door is now been kicked open thanks to Tony Khan. So the sky's the limit, and we'll see what happens.
And we're also seeing more of a relationship develop between AEW and CMLL. I know Willow just won their women's world title. Is that something you'd be interested in going after, that title, or working in Mexico?
I've wrestled in Mexico before.
Oh, okay.
Years and years ago, I went to Monterrey, and then like it was a little tour with Brownsville, McAllen, and then Monterrey. I haven't been back since. I would love to go. I would love to go defending my ROH championship. I love Mexico. Like I said, I've been twice, I believe. And it was a blast both times I went. So absolutely, why wouldn't I? And of course, I would love to steal Willow's title from her. Who wouldn't? I beat her before. I can beat her again. Why not?
Sure. Is there any major goal you're looking at to achieve next in this run?
Right now, I want to be the longest reigning ROH champion, regardless of man or woman in history. I'm very close. I believe Samoa Joe has that reign. I believe I'm 40 days away. I know I have to get through Queen Aminata tomorrow night, so I'm not going to take that lightly, but I'm already looking past her. I'm looking to be champion forever. I'm looking to put my name in the history books. Athena, first name you see, longest reigning champion ever in ROH, and that's my immediate goal. But I have several more, but I don't know. That's the big one right now for me.